This basis includes the incomplete civilizational state of the Ukraine and Kievan Rus, similar to the Indus Valley and Pakistan. A second basis for Ukraine being slightly different is Ukraine being colonized by Poland. Russia was not, even though they are both Eastern Slavic. A nation defined as an historically formed, stable community of people, united by community of language, of territory, of economic life, and of psychological makeup, which expresses itself in community of culture. Ukraine in its pre-2014 borders is a product of Soviet power. This is a consequence of historical, political, geographical and economic facts that seem unpleasant to acknowledge. This especially included developments in the 90s with the foreign support of neo-fascist oligarchs and deliberate deindustrialization in Ukraine. These events have exacerbated the poor socio-economic conditions in Ukraine. Ukraine is a territorial confederation. Even if that is the case, a cohesive or prosperous nation was possible. The problem is they want to hold on to Soviet borders while at the same time they want to decommunize and de-Russification the country. This is ahistorical and people within regions in Ukraine are intimately tied to this history. To deny this is to lose major parts of history, culture and identity. A dangerous path we should all avoid, and we are seeing the clear consequences of. This is not the first time the Rada has been shown to be ineffective. We saw this with the Germans lobbying for the creation of an independent Ukrainian state. The Rada being buttressed by German marks and now in this contemporary era by US dollars. It was possible to stave this disintegration by implementing federalism, investing in productive sectors and Eurasian integration. This possibility has passed by. Has the government been protecting Ukraine's core national interest or that of the Americans? The problem is they haven't. They could have agreed to implement a policy federalism, amnesty for the Donbass, continued neutrality and recognizing the independence of Crimea. Instead, violence was perpetuated against folks from the east and south who tried to flee fighting by the Azov neo-Nazis since 2014. These areas that resisted were gradually deindustrialized. The economic situation is even worse than under Yanukovych. Ukraine military spending was increased and de facto integrated into NATO. This has broadened the conflict to more areas of Ukraine. This is not anything resembling sovereignty, this is subordination. Serious questions surrounding the Ukrainian national identity and existence must be asked. When much of the army defected in 2014, when Crimea and Donbass have seceded, when Ukrainians and the rest of Ukraine want to leave, when the youth and educated flee, when Ukraine allows itself to be used by foreign powers, when it deliberately puts the nation in existential danger should such a state continue to exist. These stark factors call into question the very existence of Ukraine.